What a beautiful start of the week. Still kind of cool in the morning. It's 80 degrees, but that's okay. We're going to be like 95. Let me tell you something again. I can't emphasize this any more than I have. Plastic flowers, doesn't matter what type. Oh, by the way, this is Robbie from Southern California. These are saving my plants. Now, this lettuce is too old. That's okay. Here's the new ones. I started a few weeks ago. They're doing really good. These are doing good, though I think I covered them too late. There might be a caterpillar in there. I'm going to have to find it, but it doesn't matter. I've got gorgeous lettuce growing. I'm going to start a whole bunch more, and I'm going to graduate some of them. In other words, compost what's left and start all over. Really, today, all I want to talk about is with the heat, and it doesn't matter if it's the heat. It could be just a lot of sunlight, too much for the plants. This has been a life changer. I've always used it, but I haven't used it as much as I'm using it now. Now, let me tell you here, this is my work table, by the way, which I love. Oh my goodness, I can just hose this thing off and work on flowers and keep cleaning this off, and it keeps going. I don't even know where you get these tables. I bought this at a Ralph's grocery store 35 years ago, and it's still going strong. I want to talk about these flowers. It doesn't matter what type. As long as they're plastic, they hold up better. They could have silk on the top a little bit. They do the job. They're creating natural shade, as natural as you can get for plastic flowers. Now, if you shake them and some of them come off, get rid of the flowers. You don't even need the flowers if you don't want to use the color. You could just snap them off, cut them off. They usually just pop right off. I leave them. If they fall off, I throw them out. Color doesn't matter. Even type doesn't matter. If I wasn't using all these different flowers, which I'm going to throw into the dog kennel right now, I wouldn't have what I've got going now in mid to upper 90-degree weather. This is giving my plants sunlight, and at the same time it's giving it shade. This is what the plants love. The idea that they get full sun, the light goes over the plastic plants, and they get sunshade all day, and it doesn't burn them. They get burned like taking a magnifying glass and you're holding that there. You done that as a kid, and it makes, the little fires start and it burns it. Well, that's what's happening with our plants. If they're sitting in 90 to 100 plus degree weather and there's no shade, what's going to happen is they're going to burn. Fruit burns too. You can cover the fruit on your plants. But when the sun is going and changing over the leaf of the plant, at that point, it's not getting the full sunlight. It's just getting sunshade. So it's never getting hot enough to really burn the plant. You can stick in as many of these as you want. And this really works well. I'm going to walk over here because I've planted some stuff. Let's try to get through here. And we'll scoot around. I'm getting ready to collect my greens to make a green drink for today. It's still morning. Now this I planted, let me just set these here, and I will have to do it with another hand because I need 3 hands here and I've got my camera. This is some Korean melons, and I stuck some lettuce in here. Now there's a reason I'm doing this, because I'm layering. This is not what I'm talking about today. And we can talk about that if you want to hear what I'm doing, because this is all layering and it's dishpans. But what I'm doing with one hand is that, see, right now, even though it's getting some shade from the wire on the dog kennel, it's going to be way too hot because we're going to be about 95 today. So see, all of a sudden the plant's got shade on it, the leaf. That is so important. Now they need it too. So let's grab another one. We could do a different color. And this is going to help the plant live. And it will, because in nature, it would be growing these small, short plants under other plants. So they would be getting the sunlight as the sun drifts through the light through the leaves. And that's what we're doing. We're basically creating and copying nature. Let's just stick this here. And you can, I just smashed my lettuce, but that's okay. You know what? That's my lettuce. I'll eat it. Love that. Now, this is going to help create shade. I could even stick it here if I wanted to. And I also stick them on sticks. And just tape this to a skewer and stick it in, and it would create shade up higher. Oh, this is gorgeous. Now I definitely want this to go this way. See the little tentacle? So I'm going to help lead that here, and I'll probably come back and do a little lean. Oh, I can do that right now. Hold on. I don't want this plant to grab onto the plastic plant. Wish I could get lower. And it probably will, but I'm going to try to direct the plant to go that way, and then it will grab on its own. But this is all going to help. It's been helping all this. It's been helping this lettuce. Here's another one that could use a little more shade. And these bend. You can get taller ones too. Get what you can. I look for them on sale, on clearance in thrift stores. Walmart sells them. You can get bundles because people buy this for, let's say, weddings or parties in their yard. They stick it around, make their yard look pretty. Look at this. I'm growing in here. I just started them. They were really tiny days ago. This is iceberg lettuce. Now this, I noticed this morning, is going to need more shade. It doesn't matter if you look like you have too much shade, because the thing is, it's still getting sunlight. It's coming through. So we're going to put one here. And it looks like too much. You know, I could even just lay that on top right now if I really wanted to. But this is helping my lettuce grow, because there's no way that we could get the lettuce to take off in that size this quick in this heat. But that's what it's doing. So I wanted to share that with you. I thought it'd be fun. Keep an eye out on thrift stores, yard sales. People get flowers. They've had them for years. It doesn't matter. Gee, I think I got some that were like 30 years old. They really do last. Stick another one here. Now when the sun goes over, it's going to create shade around the base of the plant. It's very well good. Let me step back so you can see what I've done. I'll have to explain exactly what I've done in there. But those are 2 dish pans, and they're stacked. So hopefully, if the Korean melon makes it in this heat, and they seem to be doing really good, and I just planted them in there, then they'll send their roots on the bottom. I do everything in layering all through the yard. You've seen it. Look at this. It's still so green. Now, I do water every single day. If I didn't, it wouldn't work. Let me show you this real quick. And then we can wrap this up, because this is a total unexpected video. I'm supposed to go in and have breakfast. See what I've done here? These are walking onions. We do not want this. This is purslane. So I want to get rid of that. I just pull it out. That's probably purslane too. These are zinnias. They're being eaten by something. It doesn't matter. Some marigolds in there. See, the ones that are growing really good, oh, I've showed you this before, are the ones under the leaf. Here's some more zinnias. But what I'm really going for is the walking onions. But see how that's helping it from just drying out? I probably should stick a couple over there too. But the main thing I wanted to grow in here were some flowers. And this protects the baby seedlings as they're coming up from the full sun. See if there's anything else in there I don't want. But look at the walking onions are going to be beautiful. Dish pans and walking onions. Now this, oh, that's milkweed. This is sow thistle. Just chop and drop. You know, you pull it out and you drop it. I don't think I have much in here yet. No, I haven't planted anything. There's a little milkweed coming up over there. Getting ready. So I'm just sitting that there. Look at a beautiful wooden shovel. The handle rotted off. I love those plastic shovels. These things are magnificent. You really should pick up some of these. For $1 at Walmart, they don't break. And I keep them all over. That's a scoop, and they also make the shovel. Look, even around the flowers. Look, my marigolds are growing here. Why? Because there's plastic flowers there. It's protecting the base of the plant. Is that not beautiful? So I've got marigolds that I planted in there, and now they're coming in there. All right, well, that's it. I just wanted to quickly say, think about, especially when you have strong sunlight, plastic flowers. It doesn't matter if the plant is plastic, is big, but the flowers can be plastic or silk. It won't matter. What you want to do is create shade, especially for young plants. Like I've got on the top there, my iceberg lettuce. I haven't grown iceberg lettuce in years. I think I grew it 30 years ago. We'll get into that another time. But it really does help the plants. It helps all the plants. Got a couple of them now going to seed, so I'm going to have more romaine lettuce. And it is helping over here. If you saw the video, look at this. This is my little herb garden. You can walk around real quick, and then I'll wrap this up because I'm going to go have breakfast. This is why I end up with so many videos, because I do videos when I don't expect it. Purslane, got to get the purslane out. Now, why would I pull it out? It's going to pull nutrients, and then there'll be root competition, so I don't want the purslane in there. That's a little lavender. I've never done well with lavender, so we'll see if it makes it. This is sage. Look at this basil. There's my thyme is growing. I got to get more thyme. And rosemary. Oh, rosemary's easy to grow. I think that's a weed, but this one is a marigold. That is a sow thistle in there, and another purslane. So we just put it there. It makes its own soil. And then oregano. But isn't that cool? Again, the reason these were cuttings. So I'm propagating here the plastic flowers. So when the sun comes over the trees and over the house, it's getting full, because these plants need sunlight. It's getting sun, but it's also getting shade. And is this working to keep away the cabbage moth? I don't know. I do know something got in there, one, but that was my fault because it wasn't covered, and I covered it recently. But look at these. So think about it and how I put them on the irrigation tubing. This is 1/2 inch. Now you can stick 1/2 inch anywhere irrigation tubing and stick the flowers in there. Again, creating shade over the plants. So I'm going to go in and have breakfast. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope I'm giving you ideas on how to grow, especially when you're starting seedlings or small delicate plants, or even propagating your own cuttings. These haven't needed anything, but then they're marigolds, and these are the jester, and they really like the sunlight. I've been keeping an eye on them. Oh, look, they're already getting ready to flower. Now remember, certain plants like flowers really love their full sunlight. But, they couldn't have hurt to give them a little bit of plastic flowers. I just didn't bother. I have thousands of them. So with that, have a wonderful day. Tell me if I'm giving you any tips. I sure hope I am, or at least getting your brain to churn and think about different things you can do and use in your garden that you may have sitting in your house that you just don't even want. Now you take it out to the garden. Your plants are doing great, and you got it out of the house, and whoever gave you a bushel or a bouquet of plastic flowers decades ago, you now have a use for them. So with that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. And boy, we have had lettuce every night, and I absolutely am so excited that we can keep growing lettuce and not have to worry about buying store-bought lettuce right now. I'm sure it's fine, but you kind of get that little and you know what I mean. Bye-bye, everyone.